Hello, everybody, and welcome into my Streamer Spotlight with Anjou, a brand new YouTube series that I'm going to be doing that spotlights some of the amazing streamers that I have met along my very short Twitch journey. I am so lucky to have the very first one be not only a great person in general, but one of my very best friends. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump right into it and welcome in Miss BritDispatch. Hi, Brit. How are you? First of all,
I am good. I am down some coffee and ready to rock and roll with this.
first things first, just why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Give me your 30-second commercial. If someone was meeting you in an elevator and you wanted to give them just the quickest little tidbit of your life.
That's a loaded question because I could talk to anybody in the grocery store, so or an elevator. Well, I've moved around. I've lived a lot of different places. I have 2 kids. I've tried to encourage them to explore this world like I enjoyed exploring the world before they were born. Currently live in Northern California and did not game for pretty much ever. I had a last game console I owned was an N64, and then I ended up meeting a bunch of cool people and decided that this is the place that I wanted to make my friends. So here we are.
So what are some of your favorite off-stream activities then?
Kind of a homebody, to be honest. I would prefer to be at home, not just because of
I mean, same, but
not just because of ongoing things, but I do prefer to be at home. There's less interactions with the public. It's a little bit safer, a little bit less stressful for me with my anxiety. So I do prefer to be at home, but if I do have an option, I'd love going to the beach. The beach is one of my favorite places. And I do love to go hiking. Callie says fuck society, and I kind of agree with that. I do love to go hiking, and I also love to I love to be able to help people. So sometimes if I do see somebody in need, I will step in and try to help. So that's really the only reason why I would have to go out into society, is to just spend time outdoors, really.
nice. Well, I mean, dude, who doesn't love hiking? That's one of the things I'm gonna miss the most about that area, but whatever. There's plenty of places down here.
We can hike on volcanoes.
Volcanoes.
I can say I've hiked in a caldera.
So imagine we are at a Red Lobster. What are you ordering?
Biscuits.
Biscuits.
I'm
Cheddar biscuits.
Cheddar by biscuits. And all of the seafood. I love they have this sampler platter or the steamer buckets because I love seafood. And I've tried all different kinds of seafood from swordfish to shark. I've tried all different kinds of things. And so any kind of variety.
Sounds like you need to come visit down here.
Yeah, brown water fish is not quite my taste. I prefer fresh salmon from the Gulf of Alaska. Have you seen the Gulf of Mexico?
Oh, we fancy. You may not want to eat from the Gulf of Mexico, but imagine we're at a bar at the Gulf of Mexico. What are you drinking?
Tequila. Straight.
Tequila.
On the rocks. No salt, no lime.
Damn, you hardcore. Nice. All right. Well,
But you didn't ask what kind of tequila. I'm not drinking tequila.
Who would drink well tequila?
People who can only afford well tequila.
Well,
I mean that's me now, but
Patron?
No, I would probably go with either I'd probably go with the Reposado or the 1842 Jose Cuervo, not Jose Cuervo,
I don't know. I'm not classy at all, so I don't know these things.
The most expensive drink that I ever had was a $60 margarita from a place in Roseburg, Oregon called the Parent House. And the tequila was imported from Mexico. And the drink itself was free, but the shot was $60.
Right.
It was
mixer's free.
It was the smoothest tasting margarita I have, even with the bite to it. It was just so smooth. It went down like just liquid gold. And yeah, but I'm not spending $60 for a second one.
Right. Well, after spending $60, you probably shouldn't have to.
I know.
If it's good tequila.
No,
I mean,
it was nice.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that was the first time I never
So,
wanted a second one, not because of the price, but just because I was so satisfied. Yeah, Don Julio 1942. That's another one that I would have on the rocks. So,
all right.
the
All right.
Reposado, I could shoot straight without a chaser, but the Don Julio 1942, you could drink that on the rocks as a sip. So,
Nice. Okay. So little about you. Perfect. Now we're going to get into more of the streaming questions.
okay.
So, first question, obviously, is going to be when did you start streaming?
After you drug my ass into this shit.
That's
Let's
right.
just be frank.
That's right. So, for those of you who may not know, Britt was actually when I left my job back in March, she was one of my very first and best supporters, my number one fan, and I couldn't be more grateful for her. And then decided that she wanted to stream herself. So, like that was what, May?
I want to say
April?
it was right around like May or April, and I started doing every once in a while on the laptop. I was trying to make it work with my laptop, and then I ended up buying a brand new computer, and here we are. And to be honest with you, I spend more time just playing games or lurking or supporting other people in their chats than I actually do streaming myself. But
Right.
that's kind of what I enjoy about it, is really the community aspect. So I think I started streaming more for the community aspect of it and getting to spend time with people that I enjoyed spending time with, more so than trying to like make a profit or make, partner or anything along those lines. Like, it's great to have that support, but I really, really loved the community. So,
Right.
and that's all your fault, bitch.
Yeah, my
Thank you for that.
apologies.
Thank you for that.
By the way, for everybody who's watching, you are so welcome, by the way. So by proxy, I am your biggest supporter.
Anjou and I are IRL friends, and she actually used to work with me, and I can tell you, just kind of to go off a little bit on this tangent, she brought so
clip it out,
much,
don't worry.
so much, absolutely, 100%, Callie, 100%. She actually brought so much organization and ideas to, like, if her and I had gone into business together where we could have like separate offices and kind of keep our separate spaces, I think her and I could have made like a really, really great business if it was something that we both kind of melded into our interests. But she had other dreams and other goals, and so I was really, really happy to support that for her, knowing full well when she came to work with me. But she brought so many things that I still use even today with my business being more part-time. She brought a lot to that I still use organization wise. So she really is talented when it comes to, computer stuff and organization, creativity. Like, this woman is like a ball of, the reason why she is so voluptuous is because God could not put all of her creativity into such a small frame.
You can't. You stop. So stop.
Wow.
Oh, streamer spotlight with Anjou of Anjou. Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'll cut this part out. It's fine. I appreciate that.
yeah.
And going back into the streaming aspect of it, we already talked about like when you started streaming. We already know who got you into streaming. Hello. So what are some of the games that you actually do stream? Better question.
Some of the games that I do stream, I really love community games, so I stick mostly to Phasmophobia and Dead by Daylight. I do hope to integrate in some more forest, things along those lines. But I really, like I said, I really love the community aspect of it, so I try to stick to games that I can play with people and invite people to play. It does lead to some repetition, but we're able to kind of rotate people through to keep it exciting.
Well, there are streamers who literally stream one game all the time. So,
True.
I mean, I think repetition in streaming isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Right.
So what are some of the games that you enjoy streaming? Correction. What are some of the games that you enjoy playing offline? Maybe with your kids, your fiance,
Well,
when no one else is looking,
Right. Well, we recently got an Oculus, and so we've been doing a lot of games on the Oculus. The boys have done Epic Roller Coaster. I just learned how to do slots on PokerStars VR last night, and I met some dude named Jeremy the Bait. Jeremy the Bait, and we played slots for like an hour last night together and just laughed. It was really cool to meet like this random person in the lobby. But as for games that I play kind of just for myself, I love to play Genshin Impact. House Flipper, definitely nice and calming games. They're games that I can really only play with myself. So Genshin Impact and House Flipper's about it.
There we go. So we talked about games that you play on stream, and we talked about games that you play off stream. Now, what are some of the games that are maybe on your wish list or on your radar to play, or games that you kind of really want to play but haven't quite gotten into yet?
I am so glad that you asked that question. If you give me just a second, let me pull up my Steam so I can, excuse me, apologize about that. I can go to my store and show you what's on my wish list. So, okay. So one of the games that I really want to play is a game called Sea of Thieves, but it's really expensive. And so I haven't quite, gotten to the, and I also have a fear of water. So Sea of Thieves and Subnautica are on my wish list, but internally I still like I want to play them, but I'm still a little concerned. There's a couple of games that have either been early access or haven't been released yet. And one of those is VHS and Flippin' Cactus. Those are two games that I'm Flippin' Cactus is a story about a cactus who comes to revenge his family. And it's kind of like a 80s Mario type play game where you move through the, each level it's flat. It's 2D. It's not like the big 3D game. So I'm super excited to look. It looks really retro, and I'm really excited to play that. And then other than that, there's just a couple of House Flipper DLCs that haven't been released yet that I'd love.
Gotcha. Because I was like, I know what VHS is. That one, I think is going to be another. It's very similar to Dead by Daylight, right?
Yeah, I believe it's going to be kind of more of a kind of a generational Dead by Daylight. So instead of having all of these killers, it's going to be based off of more, I would say, B horror movies. So we're going to have like Swamp Man and things along those lines. Don't quote me on that actually being in, just an example.
Right.
But it's going to have that real 80s themed. There's going to be lots of neon, lots of, really cool retro stuff from the 80s. And I'm a huge fan of, the 80s and 90s. And so I look forward to that. I believe it's going to be really good.
90s were the best decade ever. So this next question is actually going to be really tough for you. And that's because I know you. What streamers do you really look up to the most? And what streamers do you learn a lot from? And don't say me.
Okay, I can't say you. I think that I've always viewed individual people as there's always something unique and creative or special about one person that you can find in every person. And so I think I take a little bit from everybody, but I would say my biggest influences are, and not just because she's in chat, but from Callie, the way that she interacts with her community, how caring and kind that she is. She never lets anybody go through her chat without being acknowledged. And I admire that. If we're going to the bigger streamers, between Sheba and Eric, I Hate Being Scared, and Sheba the Hutt, both of them are very, very interactive with their communities, very kind people. They have different qualities about them that make them unique and special, but they make other people feel special. And that's something that I think as a chatter, when I first came to Twitch, to be acknowledged even when there's 150 to 200 people in the chat, and to know that you have a place in the community really does make a person feel special. And so those are a few of the people who have kind of really inspired me to, since I'm not allowed to say you, who have really inspired me to keep continuing on with the creative process of bettering my stream, more clips, more sound bites, more fun things for people to do. So
right. So what do you feel has been kind of your greatest accomplishment since you've started this journey?
Just figuring stuff out, to be honest with you.
Getting the camera going.
Yeah, exactly.
Figuring out my audio.
Yes, 100%. Because I had a laptop that I played RuneScape, I think is what it was on. It was an MMO from a long time ago, and I played it for a year. And then I never touched another video game except for, like the ones on my phone for until, you drugged me into this world. And
You're welcome.
so I had zero knowledge. I'd never seen anything on Twitch. I'd heard about it. I had, heard about Ninja and all that fun stuff. I had a brother who, would play video games, and he thought he was going to be a famous Twitch streamer. And
I think we all do at some point.
so I tried to, when I came into this, I didn't have the mindset that I was going to be a big Twitch streamer. I just wanted to be like support staff at first. And then I realized that not only could I be supportive in other people's chats, but I could be supportive of my favorite people in my chat as well, with shout outs and things along those lines.
Right.
And so,
the clips and whatnot.
So it kind
Absolutely.
of was a way to just tie everything in together and to help bring all of these small communities that, people were growing, but now we have this large community that's intermingling, and it's constantly intertwining with other communities, and we're meeting new people every single day who are great people. So, I feel really blessed that I get to be a part of that in one way, shape, or form. But I also feel really, really blessed that I'm able to be there for other people in their chats, whether it's support by moderating for them or just giving them, boost of confidence or, biddies or
Bringing in some positive chaos.
positive chaos. It's what I do.
Absolutely. Now, is there anything that you would have done like differently with it? If you knew then when you first started what you know now?
I wouldn't have followed so many people without stopping to carefully consider who I was following.
That's a really good, I think that's a lot of big like beginner streamer problems, is that they do a lot of follow for follow. They'll follow blindly because they just think, maybe if I follow this person, they'll follow me. But then you realize that you don't really get those viewers.
I would like to I would like to do away with the stigma of that follow for follow. Like, if you're in the community, you have to follow this person. If you're in the community, you have to support this person, by following them.
Right.
I would like to see that change to, is this content that you are going to want to participate in? Are you going to be there to support this person? Because that's what's going to make that person grow. Are you in alignment with watching that person grow into a bigger streamer? Is this something that you're capable of, accepting the fact that your position as they grow will potentially become less and less in their community, just because now we are going from, 30 people that want their attention to 300 to 3,000 people that want their attention. So that's something that I think that people should start to consider more, instead of just follow to follow. And that's why I tell everybody when I raid out, you don't feel any obligation to follow them. Hang around, watch their stuff, say hi. If you feel like it's something that you're going to, come back to and hang out and watch, absolutely come back to it. But don't do the follow for follow, because then you go on follow somebody and you could give them the wrong idea. And then, how people are sometimes with, there could be issues there, and you don't want to cause any issues. And the best way to do that is just to be more thoughtful. I feel is what I could have done, is been more thoughtful about who I was following, and not just because we rated them. Yeah, not just because we rated them. Because then when I didn't go back because I didn't really vibe with them, I felt bad. And
right. And now you have a list of people on your screen.
Oh no, I went through when I started unfollowing people, and that's when I was like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore, because if I'm not going to follow you and I'm not going to go back to watch you, and there's people that I'll watch that I may not interact with, but I watch them because I like the content. Yeah, lurking.
Sure.
So,
and I think, you mentioned talking about, like, I wouldn't say competing for a streamer's attention per se, but, going from a community where you are one of 5 to one of 10, then from one of 10 to one of 50, and then one of 50 to one of 100. And I think that that's a really, especially if you start kind of phasing out of that kind of community.
Yeah. Because it's happened to me where and
it's happened to me too.
Yeah.
And
where
we
you've been
had a conversation about this a couple days ago.
An integral part of a community, and then all of a sudden
a streamer that a streamer I followed and
you feel like you're non-existent.
I don't really go back to his channel anymore because I just don't feel like I belong anymore. I'm not really part of the community anymore. And that's a horrible feeling, because, like, you want to be happy that they've grown so much,
but you still want to be a part of it. Like you still want to feel like you're a part of it. And that's honestly, and you know, we're talking about the same person, and I am really happy. I'm 100% happy for this person, and I'm very happy that they've been so successful. However, there has been that disconnect that comes with success. And for me, that's why I prefer to just do this for the community, the gameplay, and playing around with friends. Is because if this never grows into something, you know what I have? I have friendships that I've built over the last year. And those people like Callie and you, obviously, you've been my friend for a long time, and Chiba, and, you know, these people who I value now as my friends in a way that I'm comfortable with, you know, because I do keep people at arm's length. I can now have really good interactions with them. I could have stimulating interactions with them, playing games with them, you know, helping them with their stuff, and know that it's not a big deal whether I grow into, you know, a bunch of people. I don't have follower goals. I don't have sub goals.
You didn't really have any follower goals or anything like that. But when you think about the future of your Twitch future, kind of what do you see? Like, so what are some of your goals with streaming, continuing streaming?
You know, honestly, I don't have any. I mean, just to maybe put some fun stuff in the chat and kind of rotate it around. I don't really have any. I just want to be here and play games and be present. So that way, if somebody's having a bad day, they can jump in. And if somebody wants a quieter space because, you know, you've got these big streamers on and they just want someplace quiet to kind of hang out and feel special, I want them to be able to come here, you know, because I know what it's like to feel like you've been kind of rooted out of a community, not intentionally. Don't get me wrong. It's not intentional. It's just with growth comes priority and focus. And sometimes I feel like priority and focus, it gets taken away from the people who may have supported you or kind of pushed through that, you know, because I will hype up and I will go, you know, crazy in somebody's chat.
I've seen it.
And make sure that they know that, you know, like, because they have goals. And so I feel like I take on more of a supporter role as a streamer than I do of somebody who may be trying to reach partner or anybody who is trying to grow. So like I said, I don't have goals for subs. I don't have goals for, you know, while it's nice and it does help with the income, especially, you know, me taking this new job and a huge pay cut, you know, I'm happy. And I just want to continue to be happy where I wasn't before.
I mean, that's a beautiful thing. No, I think that's something that a lot of people will say that they're striving for, but really don't ever get to achieve.
Right.
And it sounds like you're kind of on the road to that achievement. Level up.
Level up on this happiness, bitch.
level up this happiness. So before we go into the lightning round, there is also something that you recently received that yes, of course I created, I know, but that I think you should play on your stream.
Yes, absolutely.
And I will mute. I will probably be using this somewhere in the video, but I wanted to play it real quick, just kind of as a segue into the lightning round. So
yeah, so this
ladies and gentlemen, this is BritDispatch.
This is my channel trailer.
Oh God.
I don't want to kill him. He is really attractive. Oh no! Oh, it's such a shame. Oh God, Tony! Tony! My mouth open lets me breathe.
Oh my God, the door's open. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Oh God! What the fuck? Oh God! Stop!
When I close my mouth, I don't hear as well. Sorry, what'd you say? I didn't realize that. I keep watching that, and because that is literally my scream face.
All right, so the next question is going to be a lightning round of this or that, and we're going to see what her initial response is. So just go with your very first thought. Okay. Ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Vacation or staycation?
Vacation.
Netflix, Hulu, other, or all?
None.
None?
No.
No streaming?
No.
Early worm or night owl?
Early worm.
Passenger or driver?
Driver.
Art museum or history museum?
History.
Car or bike?
Car.
What kind of fucking question is that?
Right? I read that and I was just like, okay. Who is going to choose it? Well, some people choose a bike. So, text messages or phone calls?
Neither, but text me if you have to.
Text me if you have to. As I tried calling you yesterday.
My phone was on silent and I was driving, so I did not hear
You were
it.
getting coffee. It's okay. I understand.
Priorities.
Now, this could be variations of these two, but
Okay.
Coke or Pepsi?
Diet Dr. Pepper. Or Coke
Diet
Zero.
Dr. Pepper. Road trip or flying?
Flying. 100%. I love flying. I've even flown an airplane.
Damn.
Yeah. Did you not know that?
I've never known
Yeah,
that. We'll
I got
talk
to
more
fly-
about that later,
Okay.
I guess. Cash or credit?
Credit.
Espresso or drip coffee? This one's important.
Espresso. 5 shots minimum.
Espresso, of course. And a salad or a sandwich?
Both. Half and half.
You want to be right from my salad?
You want to be right in front of my spinning?
Right from my salad. Okay, so and then here is kind of the ultimate question. Now these might be a little controversial. I apologize, but it is an ultimate question. What goes on first? Peanut butter or jelly?
Peanut butter.
Why?
Because you can clean off the peanut butter on the lid and then not get it into the jelly. Whereas the jelly is a stickier.
Man, the fat girl in me is just like jelly first because you can lick the jelly and then use it for the peanut butter.
Right, but you
But
don't
I
want to
guess
put
if
your
you've got a
germs
household-
in the peanut butter in case you
I
invite
know, but I
somebody's
guess if you
child
have a
over and then you give them
household
their
of
mouth hole germs.
I guess if I had like friends or kids, that would be different. But you know, but I don't. So my husband can take my germs. He can have my germs. So
Okay,
all
let's
right.
go.
Well, that is going to
Milk or cereal first? That's a controversial one.
The hell puts milk in the bowl before the cereal?
That's going
Who
to be
does
a
that?
telling question. You need to add that to
Oh
your
my god, I'm
interviews.
adding it.
You need to.
because
that's going to cause so
if
much
someone says-
controversy.
okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. If someone says, "Oh, I put my milk in first," I'd be like, "End interview." Nope. We gotta go. We gotta go because no.
Unfollow, unsub, goodbye. Callie
Milk
says she used
or-
to as a teen. So, okay.
Why though?
No, I'm kidding. So what I do is I put my cereal in and then I take my spoon and I put my spoon in, right? So you know how much room you have for milk. Then I put my milk in
Exactly.
and then I eat it. And if I'm still hungry and I want more cereal, then I'll add more cereal in and mix it in with the extra milk. But
Exactly.
I don't understand to put the concept of putting milk in and then cereal because the splash value is 10 times worse.
Right. I 100% agree with you. So. All right, everybody. So that is going to wrap up the very first streamer spotlight with Anjou. Britt, thank you so much for letting me do this with you. Thank you so much for letting me, Thank you so much for letting me experiment on you. If you or anybody you know or anybody in your chat has anybody they'd like to see as a streamer spotlight, you can always hit me up in my Twitch DMs or you can let Britt know and she will let me know. So
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Britt's chat for being so sweet and supportive in here. And
Yes, queen.
Britt, I love you to pieces and
love you
thank
too.
you very much. And you will have a fantastic rest of your day.
Hi, I'm Brittany with BritDispatch on twitch.ttv. I don't know. Hold on. You're right. That's really weird. Okay, I got something though. Let me try. He's just a streamer. He can sing.
YouTube series that I'm going to be doing at Olive Garden. What are you ordering?
Water and then leaving. Can we try Red Lobster?
Ooh. Want to do Red Lobster?
I would rather do Red Lobster. So if I'm ordering from Red Lobster,
Let me ask the question, dork.
Okay.
I am a fat girl. We don't taste difference in breadsticks. Okay, so let's say that you may not want to eat from the bar of Mexico.
The bar of
You may not
Mexico?
want to eat. Shut up!
Like
right.
be frank.
Animals, go away, please.
Your cat is literally running up. I'm watching. I'm not looking at you, by the way. I'm watching Rashana in the background, going up and down on the boxes, and she just bloop.
Wrong way.
Yeah, she's just jumping up and down on the boxes.
Which is hang on. That's a bad way to question that. Hang on, let me try that again. And edit. And this is why. This is exactly why. An inside hard look at the life of BritDispatch as she pops pills to stay awake. I'm just kidding.
Aleve.
She's not.
For tolerance.
Aleve because we're old.
And vitamin D because my ass is inside of this computer and not outside doing shit in the sun.
Oh God, I'm so old.
Do this thing.
Oh, game things.
Just do this because I can continue. Genshin Impact, House Flipper, just really.
Oh.
I'm good at this! If you just stop.
Sorry, can you?
That was good! And you ruined it!
It was. Can you start over? I'm sorry. I got me.
Stop. We're never gonna get through this fucking interview.
It's just a testament to our friendship, that's all.
I love it. I love our friendship. Do you enjoy playing other than the Oculus? Stop the fucking. I see your little things right here going up. I know that when you're about to smile. It's gonna be a 10-minute interview this time.
Shut up, Callie.
I can really only play with myself. So, I couldn't
You
stop
fucking
it.
hoe.
I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. I said play with myself and it made me laugh.
Okay, I'm recording.
Callie's over here like, stay the fuck on
No,
time.
she is literally like queen modding over here.
She's
She's
like-
like, by the way, you were on this question, guys. Oh no, I hit space and lost my place. Getting the camera going.
Yeah, exactly. Just
Figuring out my audio.
with the mindset that I was going to be a big Twitch streamer. I came into it with the mindset of
Sorry. I just look up and in the background my husband's like,
I saw that and I was trying to not let it distract me.
you messed up my door. And
We made it?
kind of already touched it. What?
We made it.
Yeah,
Holy shit, we did. Wow. Okay.
we did.
Let's
Kind
do
of, sort
this.
of.
Yeah.
We're working on it. Level up.
Level up on this happiness, bitch.
Level up.
And mine's just like, ugh. Upside down
All right.
smile.
Back scratcher. Back scratcher.
Okay, well, I gotta find a car.
What kind of fucking question is that?